Next to enter the den is Matt Jones, an entrepreneur who's experienced some tough times.
I left school at 14 with no qualifications, started taking drugs and getting myself into all sorts of trouble, and it got pretty bad.
But a difficult past has motivated Matt to provide a brighter future for his family.
It's the reason why I'm in business, and it's the reason why I do is for my children, because I now have a 14-year-old son, so I want to make sure that he's taken care of and looked after. To be here and face the dragons and be successful would be absolutely incredible. It'd be a life-changing moment. Hi Dragons, my name is Matt Jones and I'm the owner and founder of MESOA for Men. And I'm here today hoping to secure investment of £66,000 for 5% of my business. For as long as I can remember, I've struggled with my skin and with my hair, which really affected my confidence. And after months of research, what is really evident is that there's a lack of knowledge and understanding surrounding what skincare products are right for men. And there's also a lack of confidence when it comes to guys asking for help. And not just with our skincare and our hair care, but our well-being too. MESOA for Men is a premium brand for the everyday man. Our community is a safe place where guys can come and learn about skincare and hair care, but also well-being. And as somebody who's had mental health issues myself in the past, I found it beneficial to speak to people that weren't connected directly to my friendship group because they were kind of less judgmental. And I'm hoping that today I can be successful in securing 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 dragons to join me on my journey as I continue to build MESOA for Men into a global business.
A skin and hair care range for men is the offering from Matt Jones, who's seeking £66,000 in exchange for a 5% share in his business.
You brush your beard with that?
Oh, the brush, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know. I've been growing what you see here for 15 years.
Stephen Bartlett may be more adept at cultivating a social media din than hair on his chin. But in a crowded market, he wants to establish what makes Matt's products stand out from the competition.
Matt.
Hi, Steve.
Nice to meet you. So the last time I bought male beauty products was actually quite recently,
Yeah.
about a couple of weeks ago. What is your one-liner, two-liner USP that makes you different from all the other male beauty products that I could choose from?
We're simplifying and educating skincare products and putting them into routines. So, as guys, we naturally have oilier skin, which can cause blackheads, whiteheads, and also infections. So our products are built to deal with these types of things.
And are those USPs?
So they're actually USPs that we simplify and educate skincare products.
Okay, so the education piece is
the biggest piece.
the biggest piece. Okay, could you just run me through your financials starting
Absolutely,
from
yeah.
the first year?
First year was turnover of 14,000, net loss 248,000.
248,000. Have you put your own money into this business?
Yes, I have.
How much?
£423,000.
Where did you get £423,000 and why aren't you sat here?
I owned a national advertising agency and I sold it via management buyout on the 24th of October 2019.
How much did you get?
A few £1 million.
The news that Matt's previous business sold for a 7-figure sum has bought him a degree of leeway in the den, despite current losses. Now, Peter Jones wants to find out more about the man behind MESOA.
You just shared with us, and this is obviously really difficult, but you did share that you yourself have experienced mental health issues. Give me a bit of background to that. What's happened? And
Okay, so I completed on my management buyout. We went live straight out with MESOA, and the pandemic hit in March, and sales did slow down because people weren't really interested in moisturiser at the time. It was more kind of, what are we going to do? So I just felt as though what I had achieved in the past was some kind of fluke. Just lost the belief in myself completely. So it got pretty bad. I'd be running in the mornings and burst out into tears. I just wasn't happy. So I reached out to help and I got a coach. And I got the belief back in myself. And this product, MESOA for Men, is my baby, you know. And the reviews, honestly, Peter, are fantastic. If you read them, people say, I didn't know there was a brand for men is actually making a difference to my skin, to my complexion. So now I'm kind of getting back to the place where I am believing in myself again.
Well, you are an absolute inspiration.
Thank you very much, sir.
And that's something to be proud of.
Resilience is an important quality for any entrepreneur, and this business owner's fighting spirit has clearly struck a chord with the Dragons. But fashion tycoon Tuka Suleiman is keen to steer the conversation back to Matt's bottom line.
You probably know I'm in the men's business.
Yes.
And we've got over 300,000 on our database
Cool.
to men.
Yeah.
And what I want to focus on really is when you lost 248,000, where did that money go? So startup costs, what did that all cost you to test the product, develop the whole thing?
Round about 375,000.
Fine. What was the turnover last year?
84,000.
How much cash you got in the bank?
183,000.
How much stock have you got?
£85,000 worth.
So really, you've got about 220,000 worth of assets,
Yeah,
and you've got the brand.
correct.
And you're valuing that, I don't know, approaching £1 million?
1.3.
1.3, because that really is what I call dreamland valuations. And I would love to sell my businesses on that sort of valuation. But when it comes to the real crunch, I think you'll have to give a fair chunk of your business away if you really want to take this to another level.
Tuka Suleiman takes issue with the hefty price tag Matt has attached to the business, which for now at least is losing money. And a brand-savvy Deborah Meaden has spotted a potential problem with his products.
You have two ranges here that look quite different, because that's actually really quite strong. But when I hold that against this, you know, this is an eye-catching, strong brand, but of course it's removed from the other range. So which are the elements that you would call your brand?
The icon and the name across the top.
That's interesting, because I think you kind of miss a trick on that.
Yeah.
Because that drops that back. This looks interesting, and if I was looking at that on a shelf, I'd think, oh, what's that? That looks to me like every other male product that would exist.
No, I appreciate that.
Can I check its credential? Is it organic?
There are organic ingredients in it, correct.
Why don't you say it's organic?
Why don't we say it, sorry?
Why don't you say it on this? I mean, there's no point promoting it as an organic product.
Absolutely not. The past 2 years have been all about R&D. I know there's things I have to change and update, and that's why I want to work with the Dragon.
Matt, you're smarter than that. You've come from an advertising agency. You know damn well that it should be on this product. So why isn't it on the product?
Oversight.
No.
But it is.
I find it really hard to believe that you go to the extent of getting yourself organic and then fail to tell your customer that you are organic. He might be a great guy, but I'm afraid I won't be investing. I'm out.
Uncertainty over the product's organic credentials leaves Deborah Meaden exasperated, and the entrepreneur loses his first potential backer. Will Sarah Davies be any more willing to back his range of beauty products for blokes with big bucks?
The skincare industry, I'm interested in it because I'm a consumer for it.
Yeah.
But that's the female skincare industry. The product, the business wouldn't get me out of bed in the morning.
Understand.
Doesn't mean I don't think you're going to be really successful with it. Just means I don't really want to invest in it.
I appreciate that.
That makes sense.
Thank you.
So, I'm out.
Matt, I've got huge respect for the journey that you've been on and the fact that you lost your self-belief and now you've got that back. I mean, that's fantastic.
Thank you, Peter.
But, you know, I'm sitting here thinking the fact that you've gone very, very clear down the men's route.
Yes.
You've now separated your potential for the market. I wouldn't stop, but I would freeze, reevaluate, and I would open up your marketplace and have something that's totally differentiates you from someone else. So that's the pause button I would press before you go forward. I'm not going to join you on your journey and say that I'm out, but good luck.
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you.
A trio of dragons have now walked away from the deal. Tuka Suleiman balked at Matt's original valuation, but does he see sufficient potential in his business to make an offer that adjusts it?
I'll be honest with you. I like what you do.
Thank you.
However, you're going to need a magic wand.
Do you have one?
I think I've got one. My only stumbling block is your valuation.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to break cover.
Ooh.
Going to make you an offer. So I'll give you all of the money. That is the exact figure of 66,000, but I want 35% of the business. But what I'm offering you is a plug-in to over 300,000 people overnight.
An offer for Matt from a dragon who already has experience catering for his target market. But it comes at a price, 7 times the equity he was originally looking to give away.
If you accept Tuka's offer for 35%, you're going to have to give up your firstborn.
My offer's a great offer.
35%.
Can you get 300,000 people for
Yes.
£66,000?
Yes, I own the
Can you
biggest-
guarantee that?
I own the biggest, one of the
You can
biggest
own whatever you want.
sports
Can you do
communities
it?
in the world. We have 15 million followers.
Good.
Boom, tweet.
Oh, great. I've got buyers that buy men's products.
Well, as Stephen hasn't made an offer yet.
Okay, make your offer.
Do you know what, Matt? I really like you.
Oh, thank you.
And I think for this to be a really, really interesting, valuable business that will reach global scale, you're going to have to build an amazing brand. Do I think the story behind the brand is amazing? I don't. Simplifying male beauty as a story, I don't think is compelling. And therefore, I'm sorry to say that I'm out.
Thank you, Steve.
Matt,
Tuka,
you want to think about it, the wall?
it's okay if I,
You can do, yes.
Thank you.
It's decision time. So will the skincare entrepreneur be prepared to risk everything in a bid to secure a more favourable deal?
Thank you, Tuka. I see massive value in yourself as a dragon and what you have access to. Would you be willing to come down slightly from 35%?
I'll tell you why. This is going to need a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I will open doors for you, John Lewis online. I'll try and get, when we're ready, get it onto Marks and Spencer's online.
I accept your
Next
offer.
online. These are marketplaces.
Yeah, I accept
That's
your
what I'm
offer.
offering.
Tuka, he just answered.
I accept
sorry.
your offer.
He accepted your offer.
You accept?
I accept.
15 minutes.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Great. Okay, Matt, you won't regret it.
No doubt. Thank you,
Well done,
Dragons.
Matt. Well
Love
done.
me
Well
more.
done, Matt.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Well done.
Success for Matt, who leaves the den with £66,000 and a dragon with the kudos and connections to transform his male skincare company into a beautiful business.
Ecstatic with, working with Tuka. It's a lot more than what I was willing to give away. However, I understand his pedigree and I know the markets he can open for me, so I'm excited to join forces and, move MESOA for Men to a global market space.
I just love the fact that he accepted your offer and you were still selling it to him.
Yeah.